Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And once again, we are back into our savior role because we are into our new segment, MaJaMa Saves Hollywood, where the three of us have gotten off this couch and gotten out to the theater to see a new modern movie for you. And today, it is the brand new entry in the Alien franchise, Alien Romulus, named after the ship that they are on in the middle of it.
Half the ship.
Half of the ship, right. Romulus and...
Remus.
Remus, thank you, Mateo.
Uncle?
Always the cultured one. And once again, not as intensely as last time with Trap, but we had a little bit of different responses in the group. We were lucky enough to see this in an IMAX format, which it was shot for. And I have to tell you guys, I'm going to state my opinion right off the bat.
Wait. First, quick synopsis. Spoilers. A bunch of kids goes on a space station trying to salvage it before other people will do. They find aliens. Conflict.
They want the materials to get to a place they want to get to, right? That's just going to power their ship is the thing?
They need cryogenic freezing so they could survive the trip to the planet.
Oh, yes.
Because they're trying to escape the hell of
They need the pods to sleep for the 9-year trip.
Our protagonist character has been told she thought she was getting out of the service, but she actually has like 5 more years before her hours are served.
Our protagonist named...
Never mind, who cares? Go ahead.
Impossible.
So, that thing that pops up before the IMAX with the little countdown when it goes into the 3D and it has like the whole like, don't just watch a movie, be a part of one, thundering sound, other thing. Like, that, you may think that is corny, but I have never in my life had an effect like I did with this where I was
they made it for a reason, right?
Yeah.
With the giant IMAX screen contributed so much to this. I felt like I was in it. The sets were so immersive. Apparently someone told me they were all practical, which honestly in 2024 is a massive accomplishment unto itself. Just that fact. But it was so incredibly immersive, and the sets were so great, and I was so with it, and it just was so huge. It worked. The scenes of scraping the planets, big. I sat with my jaw literally agape the whole time. I could not... It transfixed. I was completely in the movie to the point where if you guys have critiques, I'll almost be like, yeah, okay, I don't disagree, but like I was just hypnotized.
This place gives me the creeps.
And I'm usually the guy that's easy, I'm an easy mark for movies. I come out usually enthusiastic. People get on me for that. Dude, you think everything's the best ever, but I swear it has never been more of the effect, and especially the IMAX screen really contributed to it. Giant big landscapes, whether the space or whether the ship, and I was wrapped. Complete slack-jawed, eyes open with it.
Run.
And now we're going to find out how my brothers felt about it. I think Matthew was mostly with me, and Mateo was a little more askew, but find out about it. That's kind of my overarching thing. Matthew?
Sure. I mean the same. It was a lot of fun. Mateo?
Yeah. It has pros and cons.
So I should say, to your what I believe your points will be...
I just started talking.
Well, I did hear, and Mateo is the bigger Alien fan. He has far more knowledge of it. I did hear the only critiques I really heard were that it adhered too closely to the first two. So, I have not as much of a knowledge locked in. I did recognize the "Get away from her, you bitch" line, which I understand why someone would be like.
Necessary.
I understand why you'd be like, why especially if this takes place between Alien and Aliens. Why would you say that before it existed? Again, I completely get it.
Well, but who else heard that but Ripley and Newt?
Get away from her, you bitch!
And yet,
And the Queen.
in the moment, I was like, oh my god, our android guy killed her, but I'm sorry. Let's just say, I assume that's where your critiques lie.
Mateo, would you like to continue?
No, yeah, please go ahead. So it makes it easier to edit.
Quick.
Yes,
Well,
he's
it's not
drinking
full.
like he's drinking.
It's like picking up a snake once it eats a rat. It can't do anything.
Yeah. So, I enjoyed the part of the movie. I like the cinematography. I like the production designing, and I like that the vast majority. Okay, the vast majority of the effects are practical. So animatronics and whatnot, or people just like with masks. And I enjoy immensely.
Andy.
Yes, David Johnson or something like that. Forgive me for that.
Andy was great.
Dick Johnson.
He is amazing. He steals the movie.
It's like a little kid.
This the whole movie.
Yeah.
But
Looks like a cute little kid.
Should I not? I can't do that.
but better.
That's what I meant to say. Is what were the parts? Did I miss any other things that were like the annoying
Yes.
crunch bar reference, if you will, in
Yes.
Ghostbusters? What did I miss that was a direct?
They reference that in this one too.
Yes. There's Melissa McCarthy in space passing by.
doing the.
Did I do that? Right? Does that ring up? Did I do that? Did I do that? You know that. Did I do that?
I did not like the obsessive reference. Remember this, remember that.
Remember this? Remember this? Remember this? Remember this?
There should be a law that forbids. The best was done in The Last Crusade when they're passing by a wall and say,
What's this one?
The Ark of the Covenant.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
that was it. The fans went wild and it was over. Here, yeah, I hated the "get away from her, you bitch," because there is no reason for him to say that. He seems even confused why he's saying it. And,
It was his programming.
Yes. And the thing that I forgot completely when we left the theater, because that's how much it annoyed me. Again, spoiler. Probably adding $20 million to the budget, they made a cloned version of Sir Ian Holmes as a replicant, which is not even Ash, because it's called Rook here. It's distractingly annoying. I was thinking of Grand Moff Tarkin, and then I was saying, oh, wait a second, this is Disney too. Because 20th
Was
Century
it
Fox.
practical?
No, it's CG. I mean, there was an actor that he said that then they use artificial intelligence to make him sound closer to Sir Ian Holmes.
He's been dead for like 10 years.
No, but 4 years. And that it was something so... Because also it's not as much... Take Lance Henriksen. He has played the replicant in 2 and 3. Use him. He is still alive.
He got cut in half though.
Yeah, but in the third one, shows that he is the boss on whom they took the images of his face. He took the face off.
Where'd you learn all this?
Games and magazines.
So that was really annoying.
But was it plentiful, like quantity wise? Were they like, Jesus, there's a
Someone
lot of
clapped
these?
in the theater when he came on screen.
They
knew.
They probably knew, but making first of all, the audience of Alien is not the audience of Star Wars, and making a reference to a movie that is 45 years old.
It's not cool.
No, kids don't know who that is.
But the kids aren't showing up to this. The Alien fans are.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Well, I think you're supposed to introduce it to new.
if we are Alien fans, we know.
Right.
There's no need
Plus,
to
this is
do
very
that.
much
Ferris Bueller.
Skywalker Awakens, Force Awakens. This
Yes.
is very much Force Awakens. Same
Do
plot.
you think it's that
It's
close?
pretty damn close.
Well, Alien was based on It, the Terror from Beyond Space.
Because I did
1958.
just see
Oh.
Alien this year, and I don't see it as massively. I see it as a
I
nod
mean,
to, but
it's people trapped in a spaceship with an alien.
And then the ending, it reminded me of just that they wanted to put together probably Prometheus kind of stuff, because the alien, the creature,
the humanoid.
yeah.
This
and-
guy was
and-
less white though.
And then, yeah, and then it reminded me very much the ending of Alien Resurrection with the other clones. So it was just like a mishmash of all these ideas, and you say you don't need that.
Had this exact movie existed without the existence of the Alien franchise, would
You can't
have
ask
been
those
enthralled?
questions.
You can't ask this question. And also I find,
Why can't I?
and this is
We don't
personal.
live in that world.
This is personal to me, but if you make a movie called Alien blank. And then the final fight is not with an alien, but with a creature that is half and half.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
It's
Elbows are weird.
How
The
come it's
apples
so
are weak.
difficult for you guys to get hard?
Dude,
You know? Were you
I-
hard? I feel like I'm the only hard one, and then you guys
Please
are like, well,
stop
here's my layered answer.
saying-
Like,
Can you
once
use
in a
a
while, get
different,
hard.
No, I loved it. I
Did you?
I see what Mateo. Why do you always think that my lack of overzealous, in-your-face enthusiasm?
Because
means
it's
I don't
like,
something?
it's like your life is like this, Matthew. Your infant son has survived. They don't have cancer anymore.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
no
So
that he
is,
survived.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
Do you still have? Is there sandwiches in the cafeteria still? No. I'm telling you, your son has been saved. He doesn't have cancer. All right, dude. What you think? My lack of enthusiasm means I don't care my son's alive?
Stop yelling.
That's you.
Are you sure you want to do this?
And you'll never fanboy out no matter what. It could be James Bond bringing back Roger Moore to do a 360 and a gun with a new car. You'd be like, that's just a fan service thing. Where's the plot? It's like, dude, once in a while you got to lube up and jack off. You know?
No,
You get arrested for
I'm
that in
sorry
the theater,
if I
man.
I have to blur a lot of stuff, but I'm sorry if I want a movie that it's a movie and not.
But that's
just
every
like-
time.
Are you sure about it?
Well, because right now there are only sequels or prequels or reboots and everything. So yes, it's every time.
Mateo was screaming after the end of Rampage. He loved it.
I would pay to see that. I would pay to
He
see
put his
that.
fist through the wall.
Did I?
We had to leave really fast.
Okay, yes.
Run.
At least in this movie they didn't make the mistake of episode 2. They didn't have the R2D2 flying.
Yeah.
The technology
It
and
like
whatever
kinda
they were
matches,
doing, it's pretty similar to what they had in Alien.
I kept imagining you sloshing your mug as you're doing it. Your drink keeps spilling onto Mateo's crotch, making it look like he pissed himself. What?
See, that's it. I don't know what he's referring to. The imagery was funny.
Do you see it?
I think most people would objectively agree this gets number 3 behind Alien and Aliens. I think anyone, Mateo, you said that even despite having some issues with it. And
Yeah, well, it was a fairly low bar to pass, but yes.
it's very good. And sometimes it horrifies me to imagine being Fede. I'm sorry, I think I'm pronouncing this Fede.
Fede.
Fede
The
is a
amount
pop
of work
singer.
that must get put into this, and then a bunch of people who have never made a movie are like, it kind of reminded me of the first one. Like, dude, what are we doing here? This is the amount of craft it must have taken to do all these practical things. It breaks my heart sometimes, you know? It's like you raise a kid, you bust your ass for 18 years, and then someone's like, oh, I guess it's all right that they have manners and politeness, you know?
Well, but you say
Like-
the same thing for Avatar. It says it's gorgeous to look at, but there is no story. No, the Way of Water, whatever it is, the sequel. And so,
but,
and
I don't
yes,
know,
and
just-
they buzz their ass on that too. So you don't care to offend James Cameron, but you care offended
It just
Ridley
feels
Scott,
like such
who
a
had no
to-
idea where he was.
It just looks like such a tour de force of this. I couldn't believe it. It just shocks me sometimes the amount of work that goes into stuff, and people who do nothing with this industry are like, that's kind of crap. I'm going to go online and say it was crap so people don't see it.
No, I
Well,
never
people
go
do
online.
No,
say
not
that.
you. This is about everyone.
People do say that about people's kids when they get older, you know? People use and abuse people. They straight up bludgeon their heads in. That's
Number
not
3.
respect.
Alien, Aliens, Romulus. That's the consensus.
Maybe Aliens, Alien Romulus. Although I'd almost go to argue that Aliens and Alien are two different genres.
Yes,
He says the same.
yes.
He said it many times. Said it just the other day.
To a woman who was passing by and she had no idea
Excuse
what I
me,
was talking
excuse me?
about. Do you know that Alien and Aliens?
There.
Fucking thing's hunting us.
Right. New plan.
Can you manage yourself with the gun? Yes, I fucking can.
At least I appreciate the fact that, like virtually every single other Alien movies, fairly devoid of humor.
Yeah, except for that guy's accent.
Stop playing around, man. Just get up.
I'm not playing around. There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something
I
in the
don't know.
water?
There's just something in the fucking water.
What about
Yeah, there's the
Billy,
guy.
Billy?
No, there
And
were
his dad jokes.
yes, but it was
cute.
part of the
It reminded me of a better version of Phoebe's jokes in Ghostbusters Afterlife.
What do you call a dead polar bear? Anything you want. It can't hear you now.
Wow, that's funny.
Yes, and it becomes part of the story, and it's not just like a situation that is comedic or any sarcastic. He's saying, "I'm telling you a joke. Here's the joke." It's not just like he says something and you have a retort of some sort and everything. So, Alien needs more humor.
Are you sure about it?
No, it doesn't. And it's a good story.
I like the floating acid scene.
Oh, thank you. My God.
But I had hoped they had used the acid for a different reason, you know?
Same thing they said about Woodstock.
The one thing that I like about that scene is not that scene, but is how it was set up. Because we have a situation with the absence of gravity earlier when they they put it back. And it's not like one of those things where they say, oh, there is this weapon that is never used before, and you know that they are using it before. So they have also the accident, the guy who falls down because he was floating and he falls down. So that was a nice misdirection, and then so when it comes back to the end, it was nice as a
lot of great money shots. All the shot as you realize all the xenomorphs are crawling towards them, the classic mouth come out that actually punches through the skull. I knew when I saw the credits list on the poster of Evil Dead 2013 and Don't Breathe. Really love Don't Breathe. Wasn't crazy about Evil Dead 2013, but it still felt right aesthetically. It felt like the right guy was doing it.
I think it deserves a rewatch.
Yes.
I watched it a while back and I really liked it.
Oh,
I
thought you were talking about
both.
Romulus.
I think both.
Oh, yes.
I think they're the same type of movie
It's also
where
a stupid name.
This is the right guy
Like,
for the job.
Who cares what the ship is called?
Yes.
No, it's a great name. It sounds perfect for an alien movie.
No, I've always thought it
Sounds
weird
absolutely
since I
perfect.
heard it. Like, what does it mean?
Where'd you learn all this?
Games and magazines.
I think he's the right guy for the job. Mike
Tyson?
Fede.
Fadai.
Fede. I'm so sorry. Fede.
I was
The face hugger seemed to go a little deeper this time than
Yes.
before.
Oh,
Right?
I love when he pulls down. You actually see the thing come
Yeah.
out of it. I don't know. There's just so many
It
great.
kind of makes sense to implant it in your stomach.
And that's also another thing in Aliens that there is not really much of a consistency from the time that you get the alien inside of you and the time it comes out.
Whatever's needed for the story.
So it's always weird.
Are you alright?
It's funny. Eventually, a lot of times you realize it's beyond the first couple movies. They don't need to go on, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think that this is an exception. I think that most people would realize this is an uplift in quality. I think even people who had a bone to pick would say one of the better entries. So, guys, I don't know how long it's going to have the premiums. There's not a lot of new stuff coming out, so it might have the premiums locked down. I would personally say catch it in IMAX. The effect was fantastic. I think all of us had a good time, even if varying degrees or little bones to pick. So, if you do go see it, as I said, make sure you get up off the couch and go out to the theater, hopefully a premium format, because if you stay at home and watch it streaming, killing the industry, but not like us, because what are we doing? We're saving Hollywood. And we'll be back next time with another movie we actually went out to the theater to see, unlike you guys who are killing the industry. From our couch to yours, where you watch all your streaming stuff, we just saved Hollywood. You're welcome, industry.
It's done?
It's done. We did it.
I saved? Oh.
MaJaMa did it! No more recession!
With 2 movies?
Right?
2 movies was all it took.
Oh.
You know, economics, they overblow things, man.
I'm not leaving again.
No, yeah. It's already... It was kind of like an endeavor to climb out of the chimney.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Just
was.
covered in soot.
Jesus. Showing up to the theater, like, what these guys smell like a Dickens novel.
No, that they say it all the time, but it's beyond the point.
No, sir, I said you smell like Dick.
I have to pee.
Okay. Can I leave the microphone on?
MaJaMa. MaJaMa.